So, like anyone who received their email this evening that Brainworx had finally released their mastering suite, it looks like Style Creator is going to be the name for it. I immediately booted up the computer, downloaded it, and wanted to give it a go. I've just had a 4-track EP mastered, so I was interested to compare the results of what the mastering engineer had done against what automated system can do. Well, semi-automated, because obviously we have some input into how it can end up. At the moment, you can't do that live, so you have to process it, review it, make your adjustments, process it again. And I've used other systems online, such as Lambda and what's the other one? I can't remember now. I've had a gin and I've completely forgotten. Cloud Bounce. There we go. Cloud Bounce. Cloud Bounce lets you render and tweak and render again, but it's quite a long process. And I have to say, the rendering time in this was amazing. So it was very easy to use. I could simply load up my track or tracks. I did them in bulk. And so let's imagine I want to load up these pre-masters. I click open. I choose the style that I want. Oh, Mike, it's going to take a few seconds to do this. Has to do a bit of analyzing. I thought there was an analyzing window, but that doesn't seem to have appeared. On the demo, it shows an analyzing window, but that's not there. So yeah, it does take a few seconds. We'll come back when it's done. Okay, so it's loaded them in. I mean, they're quite big files. They were 24 bits, 44 100s. So it's now doing its processing. And so, or it's analysis, sorry, I should say, rather than the processing. So the analysis is complete. And I can now choose the different styles that I want to go with. So we've got LA, London, Miami, and the remaster. I wanted to really just test Miami and LA. I'd read the notes and it implied that Miami was probably geared more towards EDM. This is a techno EP that I've done. So I compared LA Punch to Miami Loud. And when you go between the presets, I was looking particularly, I guess, at the limiter gain, and maybe things like the saturation, the master output. If you compare that to, say, the Miami Loud, you can say there's more saturation on here. There's a dB.5 more of limiter gain. Those were the main things that I noticed. The mix compression, yes, 4% more. Now, I am no mastering engineer. I don't really understand half the things that are on this screen. I do, but I need to work out what impact they're going to have. And really what I wanted to do was just test these presets against some of the tracks. So just to show you how quick it is, if you click bounce, you choose your folder. Here's a BX folder that I set up. So I'm only going to do 2 tracks here. And I click open and it bounces really pretty quickly. I'm on an M1 Mac, so I appreciate the processor in this is pretty punchy. But yeah, what's that, 30 seconds maybe? So I guess that makes testing and tweaking and refining a much easier process compared to, say, 2, 3, 4 minutes that you might get on other systems. So what I wanted to do is really just compare 3 tunes as to how they sound. I'll Be Your Eyes is the one I was really interested in. It's probably the best mixed down of all of them. And let's have a listen between the 3.
Be your eyes. I'll be your eyes. 'Cause your eyes. I'll be 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 your eyes. I'll be
So I really like this. This is the Mastering Engineer's version. It's clean, it's crisp. I compared it to the Miami Loud, which was the recommended EDM one. So let's see what this sounds like.
I'll be your eyes.
To me, it's a bit too almost distorted. Now, I'm not saying that isn't the mixdown's fault, but it's pushed too hard for me, so I wasn't so keen on this one.
I'll be your eyes.
So I wanted to try the punch. I didn't even look at any of these settings. I literally just loaded up the presets. So let's compare this one. I'll just remind you of the original. Definitely seems to have a bit more presence, and really not for me like a huge increase in loudness. This is not a loudness war. I don't like masterings that come back that are just so loud they're unpleasant. But that punch, the LA punch, has definitely retained some of the nuances of the original. So then I compared another track. This is called Brainworx. This is a bit more melodic, a bit more ambient. Now I have to confess, this first mastering, I have sent it back for an adjustment. So this is not a true comparison because this one is slightly different to these mixdowns that I've loaded through the style creator. But it gives you a sense, hopefully, of the difference, particularly, I guess, between the Miami and the punch. And let's listen to the Miami Loud. Again, already for me, it's far too hard pushed, and that sort of EDM style. I'd need to bring that low end down. Yes, no, not nice. So let's listen to the punch. Just really has that really nice forward presence, which is what I'm looking for, without kind of overcompensating the low end. So yeah, LA Punch is definitely rocking my world at the moment. We'll do one more quick comparison. Thanks for bearing with me. So this is a much deeper, bassier track. very distinct second half. It's really nice and silky, so I was interested to see what this could do. Let's check the Miami Loud. Again, it's kind of immediately too loud. So yeah, I don't even want to listen to that one. No disrespect to the preset, but that's too much. And so let's compare it to the LA Punch. Not much difference actually. Maybe just a bit more presence. Oh, it definitely sounds very silky. Check the rides. So yeah, definitely feels like there's a bit more weight behind it. So on initial play, and really I guess I'm kind of the target market, because I am a layman in these terms. I get most of it, but you know, I've got great speakers, but in a pretty shit room with low end problems. I've got nice headphones using Brainworx to help balance out the frequencies a bit. And so, you know, I am no mastering expert, but I like to think my mix downs are pretty good. And I have to say, this sounds fantastic. It kind of retains the sheen. And I'll be interested to see what the London and the remaster ones sound like. But I could definitely see myself using this. And I think what's great about it is, you know, I've got an album coming up and I would really love to just chuck all 10 tracks in and say, right, do it in this style. And you know you've got that consistency. So kudos to Brainworx for yet another amazing product. Thanks for watching.